So this is the fun part of using LinkedIn. It's low stress, it's easy to do, and we're going to show you how to do the connections on LinkedIn. One of the things you're going to look at on LinkedIn is how to connect with people. So I'm going to show you here how to connect, and I would just encourage you to start off with the easy ones. Connect with family and friends who are on LinkedIn. Perhaps connect with your professor. Perhaps connect with other people that you generally know in your network. So let's dive in, and I'm going to show you how to actually do the connections and then what to expect. Now, we'll tell you, typically when LinkedIn gives you a limit of 100 people that you can connect with per week. So you want to make sure you don't send out too many requests, but 100 a week. And it'll tell you at the end, it'll say, okay, you're at your limit, and it'll hold off and say, you need to wait till next week. So use your LinkedIn connections, judiciously, but also understand that if you send out for every 5 you send out, you'll probably get 1 connection. So if people don't connect with you, don't worry. It's not that they don't know you. It's probably because they're not on LinkedIn. One of the things that LinkedIn doesn't always tell people is that about 20% of the people that have a LinkedIn profile even show up in a month. So LinkedIn's not used that often, but all the people that are on there. So when you send out 5 connection requests, you're going to expect to get 1 connection. Okay? So let's dive in and I'll show you more about how to do the LinkedIn connections. Okay, here is the LinkedIn connection request form that we kind of included. You can download it if you want. And this is a sample connection request. It's hi, and you put a space. I'm an entry-level civil engineering or civil structural engineer. Whatever your role is, I'm developing my new network of civil engineers in Atlanta. Would you do me a favor and connect? And the reason why you want to connect, okay. So here we go. Hi, sample connection request number 1. Hi, I'm an entry-level civil structural engineer. I'm developing my network of civil engineers in Atlanta. Would you do me a favor and connect? Thanks, and you put your name right here. Now, the reason why you want to use something simple is it's easy to read. Now, LinkedIn limits you to 300 characters in your connection request. So you leave a space there, or you can try something else. And again, you can write it, but you want to just keep it very general, very straightforward. Hi, I'm an entry-level chemical engineering. Graduated from Georgia Tech this May. Just started connecting with my network with my fellow chemical engineers in the Atlanta area. Would enjoy connecting with you as well. Sincerely, Joe Smith. And so we've put a couple of other samples here. One is, you read in a magazine that were the top 25 firms to work for. Oh, congrats. I'm an engineer, would love to connect with you, so best, Dear, read your article in Structural Magazine. So you don't have to limit it. You can put it anywhere you want. You can create any kind of introduction. The more, if they wrote an article, you can certainly copy it, take it and put it in there. Welcome. And then if you were working at a company, sometimes you say, I'm new at the company, excited, or if you worked for a company and someone joined, welcome to the XY team, excited to have you on board, look forward to working with you, let's connect. And so you can, in any way, shape, or form, you want to make it friendly and open. And so what you do is you just go copy like this, right? You go copy. Okay. Then we're going to jump over. Okay. So we're going to go copied it, and we're going to jump over to your LinkedIn profile, and we're going to go back home. Okay. So once you've copied your LinkedIn profile, we're going to do our search. Remember, we were talking earlier about geotechnical engineers and remember, we were talking about it. Let's say you're a geotechnical engineer and you just graduated from school. And let's go ahead and put in here schools. Let's see, all filters. No additional schools. That was weird. Okay, let's go back. We go connect, geotechnical engineer. We're going to go people. and all filters in Atlanta. Metro area. Show results. And then we're going to go all filters. And we're going to go school, Kennesaw State. Okay, all right. So we're going to close that. Okay, so we're going to delete that. Clear all filters. And go to people, go home. Okay. All right. So here we are. We're going to go back to the home page and I'll just show you how to do your search. So let's type in, we're going to use our earlier experience, geotechnical engineer. And we want to look up for people because now we know the companies in the area, but we could also go here with people. And we want to start connecting with folks. And let's do the location. Let's say Marietta, Georgia. How many people does that give us for geotechnical engineers? 108. And then let's go to all filters and let's put in the word. Okay, what university? Oh, Kennesaw State. Boom, boom. Now you're down to 8. Now, Marietta might be a little bit small, but if you wanted to, you could say, oh, guy, Moshe Khan, he graduated. He's now working at Piedmont. He's working at GDOT. He's working for 2M Next. He's working for Merino, and you get go on. So what we'll do is you just go here. You say Moshe Khan, geotechnical engineer, and you say connect. And then you say add note. And then you remember we just do a cut and paste. And you say hi, Motion, M-O-S-H-I-N. I'm an entry-level civil engineer from entry-level civil engineer. I just graduated. From KSU. Looking to develop my network with, put a space there. Would you do me a favor and connect? Thanks, and Joe, engineer. Okay, it knocks out your spaces. And you go, okay, so you copy that again. You like that, you think that's a good way to do it. And then, boom, you hit send and you just connected or sent a request to Moshe, who's a geotechnical engineer who graduated at Kennesaw State. And how many years ago did he graduate? About 2017, so 5 years. So you connected with him and then you go back. And you're like, okay, let's do Muhammad and Salim and Joshua. And you go, okay, Joshua, and he's working at Merino where? He's a geotech or structural engineer, but he went to KSU, and you get go. And I think I'm already connected with him, but you can send him a connection request. So that way you can make connection requests with people a lot like you. Here's a manager, Kassan, and he's working as a geotech project manager at ECS, a geotechnical firm. And, ooh, look at that. He went to KSU. So, even better. He's a manager. Now, you could send that connection request. I'm already connected with him, but you could just paste it in there and then say send, and you just change the name there, right? So there you go. That's the way that you can connect with, if you're right out of school, you want to connect with people who've come, that walk the same path you are, it may be a year, 2 or 5 years ahead of you, right? And you can make a bunch of connections that way. And then start the conversation. Once they connect back with you, you can follow up. And so we have some follow-up notes, and we'll talk about that next. Here's the list. If you notice the download, the sample follow-up note. So when someone's you sent the connection, they connect with you. Now, following right back up with that person, you want to connect with them, and you can say, I want to tell them why you connected. You want to highlight 3 skills, and you may ask for leads. So, hi, Joe. Thanks for connecting with me on LinkedIn. I'm a new civil engineering graduate. Okay, Georgia Tech. First job in Atlanta. I've heard great things about ECS or whatever firm they were at. Curious if you may know someone I should talk to about employment opportunities. I have experience in Civil Site, AutoCAD, StormCAD, and then you have your ask. Could you do me a favor? Do you have any friends or suggestions that someone I should talk to? Of course, I'd be happy to introduce you to anyone in my network. Cheers. And you put your name, your phone number, and your email. Now, that's a lot, but again, you're following up. You're telling them what you're doing and why. You've heard great things about their firm, and of course, they're going to go, oh, you know what? Yeah, there is a guy. You can send that note. Now, will they respond? I don't know. But I did have one engineer that had applied for the job. He took this note and sent it. And sure enough, before to the president of the company, and before he had a chance to reply, the president called him right back up. It's a terrific short story, and I'll include it right here and here. So these response notes work. Now this one is another note, and you can put your link, the same kind of thing. You can put a link to your video page that's on your LinkedIn profile, and you could send it, boom, right there. You talk about getting quickly to the point. Oh my gosh. Could you do me a favor? Would you be open for a phone call? So there you go. There's a lot of different ways you can take it. It really depends on your creativity and what you want to do. But once you take that, and you may send out 15 or 20 connection requests, you can just do this right here and copy it. And then you can go back to those connection requests. And where those are going to show up is here in this messaging section. And someone's going to connect it with you, So Michael Smith, you just say, he connected, and then you just go, boom, right here. You say paste, and there it is. And you just say, hi, Michael. And then you hit, boom, send. And it's off to the races. It looks like it takes them and it kind of compresses the sentences. So you might want to spread it out a little bit. Make it where it looks good and doesn't look too crowded. Could you do me a favor? And here you're asking, call for, do you have any friends or someone I should talk to? And the reason why you do that is you don't want to put them on the spot and say, do you have a job there? You don't want to put them on the spot. You just want to know, somebody I should talk to. And, most of these people have been in the same spot you are. So you go like that, and you're like, okay, that kind of has a decent look and flow. I have following experience. And so you might copy that, and you'll say, Dear Michael, hi, Michael. And then you'll copy this. And then, boom, you send it to Michael. And that's your follow-up note, right? And there you go. So that's how you can real quickly reach out and connect with the people in your network that you want to talk to. And again, we talked about earlier, let's not do that. But we also talked about earlier, going back to the home page, is that you can, discard. You can connect with the people that you just graduated with, hiring managers, presidents of companies, anybody that want to, you get to connect with them. So there you go. That's how you connect with people on LinkedIn. It's kind of a two-step process. Step one You kind of copy your language that you want to use, whether you're just following up as a college graduate, and you want to either send that connection request to each person, and you just copy it. Make sure you get their name right, and send out. And you can send out to 100 connections a week. So that's quite a few connections. And don't worry, usually most people only get about 20% of acceptance rate. So if you send out 100 connection requests, you should only expect 20% back. And so that's kind of the number. So you've got to send out a lot to get, 1 out of 5 is only going to connect. So send them out. Send out a bunch. Send out 100. If you're unemployed, for sure, send out 100 of those connection requests. And then when people respond, you get your choice. You can hit a nice follow-up note. And you might look at their information, say, I've heard great things about your firm. Send that connection request. And then once you do that, you're ready. Because now they may respond. And they might say, oh, I don't know anybody. And you're like, okay. Or you can pull what we call the move. And this is where the magic happens. And it takes courage. And sometimes it's what I would call a warm call, because once someone connects with you, it's that virtual handshake. It gives you the opportunity to take the next step in the relationship that you want to have. So you can do it 2 ways. One, just send that connection request. They text you back. You can start texting them. You might say, hey, I want to talk to you. Or you can pull the move. And the move is you pick up the phone. You've got their company phone number here. You reach over. You did. Hey, it's Joe there, Joe Smith. Yeah. Oh, why does it want to talk to you? Oh, we connected on LinkedIn. I just wanted to give him a call. Okay, great. They put you into the phone. 90% of the time, if you just act like you're his best friend, you just say, even if it's the president of the company, is Joe there, Joe Smith? Yeah, sure, I'll wait. They put you through. And then you say, hey, Joe, Pat Batchelor, thanks for connecting with me this morning on LinkedIn. I just wanted to say thank you so much. And also, I am an entry-level engineer, and I'm looking for a new opportunity. I have experience in X, Y, and Z, and just wanted to reach out and introduce myself and ask you, do you know somebody I should reach out and talk to? I saw that there was a job opportunity, and I applied for the role, but I was just curious, do you know who the hiring manager is for that? Just doing that right there, that move is golden, and we're going to talk about that in the next section. All right, so I even gave it away a little bit. All right, see you in the next section.